Okay, good evening. We are looking at the review of the test, and of course, this test um, it has just a combination of topics altogether. So, what is important is for you to understand the topics that are there. So, as we look at each of these questions, I'll be able to explain the topics where they are actually coming from. Some of these questions are just almost the same. They actually are repeated. So it doesn't matter the order of how we are going to actually look at some of these questions. Okay. So we can now start going through these questions together. All right. So the most important thing to understand is the fact that you need to understand the way these questions are set for the quiz or the test. So we can start, for argument's sake, let's say start with we're not avoiding any question, we'll do all of them. This one is only taking about 30 minutes from now. We'll be able to actually be done with this test. So we are looking at question number 2. We can start with question 2. This question 2 was on inventory management, and it was actually on production model of inventory management. Okay, so now the question here reads, a publishing company produces books for the retail market. Demand for a current book is expected to occur at a constant rate of 7,500 copies. The cost of one copy of the book is $27.5. Okay. It is $27.5. That is the cost. And then holding cost is 18% of annual rate, and production setup cost $550. So this question on production model, what happens here is that as we look at the production model, okay, as we look at the production model, we have the first one is economic lot size, which is production size, which is 2ds over C, then multiplied by P over P minus D, the square root. Okay, so now D is our annual demand. So D is our annual demand. Then our P is our daily production. So we have daily production, that is our P. And then this one is our daily demand. Then our C is holding cost. We have this one as holding cost or carrying cost. So holding cost or carrying cost are the same. All right, so then our daily demand is equal to annual demand. Annual demand, you now divide by the days of the year. Days of the year. Then daily production is equal to annual production then you divide by the days of the year. So this is about how we get it into this one. Then number 2, we have number of production runs, which is equal to D over ELS. So it's equal to annual production, then you divide by the ELS. Okay. ELS is equal to the economic load size. Okay. ELS is economic load size. Okay. So this is it, what we have. So then we have the other one, which is then the other one here, getting down to the other one is cycle time. So cycle time is equal to Q over D multiplied by the days of the year. Days of the year. So cycle time is the time between production runs. So this one is coming from this question here that we're having. Okay, so we can't answer these questions if you don't understand the formula sheet. You can't understand that question there that came in that quiz or the test. The most important thing to one note is you really need to understand the composition of what this question is all about. Okay. So please take note of this that we are doing now. So we have the other one, which is length of production run. Length of production run. So it's just equal to Q over P. So this Q is the ELS over daily production. All right. Then we have the other one, which is called the safety stock. Safety stock. So this one is equal to Z value, then multiplied by the standard deviation of demand. So SS is equal to Z value, then multiplied by the standard deviation of demand. Provided that firm has stock out probability. Stock out probability. Okay, so this is what goes on. Then reward the point. Reward the point is equal to expected demand during lead time plus the safety stock. So expected demand during lead time is equal to daily demand multiplied by lead time. Then of course our safety stock is equal to Z value, then multiplied by the standard deviation of demand. So this is how you get to that one. Then total stocking cost. Before we get into this one, you have maximum inventory level. Maximum inventory is equal to P minus D and multiplied by Q over P. So our P minus D is equal to inventory build up. Inventory build up. Then Q over P is equal to period of delivery. Period of delivery. So this is just about what goes on as we look at this kind of inventory model. It's not about me just explaining the answers without getting to the answers without explaining. So this is why we are going for these ones. So P minus D over P, okay, then plus D over Q on S plus SC multiplied by D. So this is total stocking cost. This is our total stocking cost is equal to annual carrying, which is Q over 2, then P minus D over P, then by C, then plus D over Q on S, then plus the safety stock multiplied by carrying cost per unit. So this is about what goes on. Then maximum inventory due to safety stock. Maximum inventory is equal to P minus D multiplied by Q over P, then plus the safety stock. So these are the ones that we actually need to look at as we are getting down to the aspect of this question. All right. Are people with me so far? Are people getting me?
Yes, we are.
We are following.
Yeah, so what is happening is we just need to understand these formulas. Okay. Now, the most important thing that you need to know is that when you get down to the question, here they are even saying that this company, there's aspect of they're producing books for the retail market. Okay, so as we start solving, because these are the answers here. Now, as we start solving, the demand is actually 7,500 from the question. In unit cost, which is acquisition cost per unit, is 27.5. The holding cost, which is current cost, is 18% annual rate. Now, holding cost is always the percentage of unit price. Annual production we have been given, which is 25,000 copies. Okay, and then our lead time is 12 days. Take note of that. The standard version of demand is 75 copies. Days of the year is 250 from there. And then setup cost is 550. Our S is 550. Our setup cost is 550. So we have the setup cost of 550 there. Annual production, we have that one. Lead time is 12. Then that. So meaning, as we get down here, we have this information. Our annual demand is 75. Then we have the days, which is 250. Then we have annual production is 21,000. Our lead time from the question is given, which is 12 days. The standard
This
deviation.
class is being recorded.
Pardon?
You are recording this, right?
This is being recorded, please, and everything else, I think you, not even I think, they will send to you.
Okay, thank you.
Are we together? Is that okay with you?
Thank you. Yes,
The
that's fine, thank you.
The AC is a acquisition cost per unit, which is 27.5. Okay, and then this what is given here. Okay, now the other information in the question here says, assume the company is willing to tolerate one stock out unit per year. One stock out unit per year. So they are willing to tolerate. Okay, so tolerate it. So one stock out per year means that from the number of production, they will not produce one out of whatever production runs they have. One stock out per year. So they are willing to say per year, they may not produce actually one out of how many productions they are doing. So one stock out per year. So our daily demand is equal to annual demand divided by days. All right. So it is 75 divided by how many days, which is 250, which is going to give us what? 75 divided by what? Divided by 250 is 30 units. So it's set. Daily production is equal to annual, which is 21,000 divided by 250. So 21,000 divided by 250 is 84 units. All right. Then carrying cost is always percentage of unit price. So carrying cost from here is 18%. So carrying cost is always all right. Carrying cost is always percentage of unit price. So carrying cost is 18 over 100 multiplied by 27.5. So our carrying cost is the holding cost, which is 0.18 multiplied by 27.5, 4.95. So 4.95. That's our carrying cost, which is the same as holding cost. All right. So all things go, we have to now look certain to find our economic load size, the first one, which is 2ds over C multiplied by P over P minus D. So our economic load size is actually going to be 2 multiplied by 75, then multiplied by 550 over 4.95, then multiplied by 84 over 84 minus 30. These ones are coming from what we have. So it's 1610 approximately. These ones are coming from here. You insert in this one here, and then this other one here. The holding cost is at this point. So this is just about what goes on as we are looking at this one. Okay. So this is the answer they found here, 1610, the whole number. All right. People getting me so far?
Yes, we're here.
Well, what is important is to understand where things are coming from. There is no need to master anything else. It's just about understanding where the things are coming from. So we're using these formulas and how you get the breakdown of annual demand, the daily demand, annual production, substituting the equation. We're getting that one. This is number one from that paper. Then the other one is simply saying number of production runs. So number of production runs, the formula I gave, it is equal to number, it is equal to D over Q. Our D is 75, then divide by our Q is 1610. So we can find then 75 divided by 1610. It is 4.66. 4.66. Okay, runs. So what does it mean? Before that, let's go down to the other one. Another question says cycle time. Our cycle time is actually number 3. Okay, so a cycle time is actually equal to Q over D multiplied by the days of year given. So it is 1610 over 75, then multiplied by 250. Okay? So meaning that 1610 divided by 75, then multiplied by 250. Is what? 53.7. 53.7 days. So please, it's just about the formulas that we need here. All right. So all these 157.67, we are confirming these answers here. So you just necessarily need to understand. So here, approximately 1610 divided by 75 times 250 is 53.67. 53.6 days. So this is only our cycle time. Time between production runs. So CT simply means time between production runs. Time between production runs. Okay, that is it. Our cycle what? Cycle time. So we are getting down to this one. So here we have gotten length of production run. Length of production run. Length of production run is equal to Q over P. So 1610 over 84. 1610 divided by 84. 19.17. 19.17 days. So it's also called time taken to produce a batch. Okay? Time taken to produce what? A batch. Time taken to produce the batch. These ones are just answers, but what we are doing now, these are solutions. Okay? So you need to know where they are coming from. So time taken to produce the batch. All right. So we are now getting down to E. Our E is on, so for E, maximum inventory. Okay, maximum inventory is equal to P minus D, then multiplied by Q over P. We may not finish all the questions now, but what is important is as we go, you need to understand what's going on. Are we together? So here, they have told us in the question that they assume the company is willing to tolerate one stock out per year, meaning that among the production runs that they have, 1 out of what runs, that how many times they are going to produce, they may not produce. This is number of production runs. So there are 4.66 production runs. Okay, so we found 4.66. So this is number of production runs. So they are simply saying 1 out of this is a probability of that they will not produce. 1 out of this is probability of stock out. Okay. So let's now find probability of stock out. So a probability of stock out is equal to P is equal to 1 out of number of production runs. Number of production runs. So it will be P is equal to 1 out of 4.66. So P is equal to, so meaning that 1 divided by 4.66, they will not produce. That's what they're saying. They will be stock out, they will not meet, they will not produce 1 out of the total. So 2.146. So meaning probability of producing. Let's look at probability of producing is equal to 1 minus the 0.2146. So the probability that they'll be able to produce is 1, okay? 1 minus 0.2146, so 0.7854. 0.7854. Now find the Z value corresponding to this probability. Find Z value to give us probability of 0.7854. So 0.7854. Find value of Z to give us probability of what? 0.7854. This is what you are simply saying. So our Z value from the table is 0.79. So check for the table. Go for the cumulative table. Cumulative what? From the QM, cumulative Z table. So that is what we have. So meaning that our safety stock is equal to Z value multiplied by the standard deviation of demand. So our safety stock is equal to Z value is 0.79 multiplied by 75. So our safety stock is equal to Z value multiplied by that, 0.79 multiplied by 75, 59.52. 59.25. So this is our buffer stock. Safety stock is the same as buffer stock. The stock kept for security reasons to keep on demand units. Please take note of the statement of safety stock. So that's our safety stock. We have a probability of stock out. They're simply saying 1 out of the number of runs is the probability of what? Stock out. So this is what we have on this one. Please. All right. So probability of stock out is 0.1. Then this is the probability of producing or it's called the service level of the company. So the service level, they are okay. They are above 50%, 70%, 78% service level, because they're saying that 1 out of the number of production runs they may not produce. So this is our service level. So this is a point here. Then from here, we have gotten the value of Z and the Sept stock with this one. Now, where are we? We are here where we're trying to find maximum inventory level. Okay. So our maximum inventory level on this one, maximum inventory due to safety stock, and be assured that this video will be shared with you. Please take note. So P minus D multiplied by Q over P, then plus safety stock. Okay. So a safety stock is a stock that is there to execution on demand units. So here we're simply saying is 84 minus the 30, then multiply by Q is 1610 over 84, then plus 59.25. So here is 54 multiplied by 1610 over 84, then plus 59.25. So 54 multiplied by 1610 divided by 84, then plus 59.25. This is giving us our maximum inventory is actually giving us 1094.25. So meaning approximately maximum inventory due to safety is 1094 copies. Okay. Now this is just getting down from where we are having here. Okay. Please, you need to understand this. On the table, how we got this is from the cumulative table. Those tables can be shared from the quantitative method, the DMT. And just take note of everywhere else they're coming from the production or that one, because we can't just start answering without you understanding. So we started from production model. This is economic lot size. ELS simply means economic lot size, economic production size, economic production size. Okay. So this is what we have concerning this one. All right, so everything else being equal together, we have all these safety stock values, probably either term as the stock out probability, all that. Then we have gotten all these ones. So we can now look at the other one. So we have gotten this reorder point. Our reorder point is simply our reorder point is equal to expected demand during lead time, then plus the safety stock. So our reorder point is equal to expected demand during time is equal to daily demand multiplied by lead time. then plus the safety stock. So our order point is equal to daily demand is 30 multiplied by lead time of 12. Our daily demand is actually given 30, okay, multiplied by lead time is 12 days. These are some of the complicated questions that come as we look at the inventory. The safety stock we found 59.25. So our order point is equal to 360 plus 59.25. So our order point is actually going to give us 360 plus 59.25, which is 419.25. So our order point is approximately 419 in a nutshell. So this is what goes on here. All right. So this is how they found 419. Then we're getting down into the total stocking cost. Are people with me so far? Are people getting me? Excuse me, are people getting me? People are quiet. So Q over 2.
We are following.
So what is important is just you understanding these ones. Then this is total stocking cost due to safety. Due to safety. The safety stock is a buffer stock. Okay, due to safety stock. Okay, the safety stock is a stock that you actually keep to cushion on demand units. You shouldn't completely run out of stock. You should have your safety cash that you need. Don't finish up all your money. Don't finish up all your stock when you harvest as a farmer, because in other times you go dry. So 1610 over 2. Then P is 84 minus 30 over our P is 84. Then on current cost, sorting cost 4.95. This one is coming from somewhere where we found. Then 75 over 1610 on our S is 550. Then plus safety stock we found as what? 59.25. Then multiplied by 4.95. So all these ones, total stocking cost, will give us 1610 divided by 2 multiplied by 54 divided by 84 times 4.95. They're giving us 2561.625 plus the 75 divided by 1610 multiplied by 550. It's giving us 2562.11, then plus 59.25 by 4.95, 293.2875. So our total stocking cost, you can add those ones, 2561.625 plus 2562.11 plus 293.2875 875, giving us 5417.02. So this is the final ones. Getting down to there, it's this one here. All right, so we are done with question 2. It's not every other question that we can sort out right about now. So this one is a cardinal question that we have looked at. Please confirm if you have followed. We can go bit by bit. It's not about finishing all of them now because these are different topics, more like a class. We are getting down into, because it's not about me just giving you the answers I need to. That's why there's an explanation. Those answers, you need to know where they're coming from. Are people followed so far? Excuse me, have people followed so far?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
We are following. It's just a matter of, at our own time, it will sink.
Yeah, so we are, so
the formula.
so you just have to understand the formula.
Yeah.
So what we do, we are not finishing the test right now. Okay, are we there?
Yes.
We'll not finish all of the test right now because me, I'm explaining. So since I'm explaining, I'm not supposed to make sure that all these answers, we may know where they're coming from, but for you, you want to grasp it and understand where they're coming from. Why those answers? So it's not about rushing you that you understand everything and finishing up everything now. You get my point?
Yes.
Yeah, so these links, Mr. Collins will be sending to you. The list lecturer who is explaining to you is Mr. Stanley. My name is Stanley. So what is happening, Mr. Collins will send you the link every time, almost every day before you write your test. Before you write your test, all these questions, we can digest them. It's not about me rushing you that we finish now. So let's do another question. Yes, there's a question.
I'm saying the voice sounded familiar actually. How are you?
This is Mr. Stanley. Yes. So yeah, I'm okay. So we are going through this. So I'm taking you slowly so that you understand these ones. So we can do another question. So as we wrap up today's class for this recording, then even tomorrow when you're free, at the time you're free, or even if you are not free, I can do a recording for other questions that even your own time, you can actually go through it. Mr. Job can send to you, and in one time you can go through and you can understand. So let me go to another question. Okay, because the time I was located was only 30 minutes. So we can do the other questions that are here that I'm not skipping any question, just that we are looking at the timings. Okay, so we can do let me do question 5 and we end on question 3 for today. So we'll do question 3 and we'll do question 5, the quantitative one. Then the other questions which are here, we'll be able to resolve them in the other class. Okay, because you see question number 2 has taken too much of our time. So let me start with question number 5. Question 5 is ATP simply means available to promise. ATP is equal to available to promise. Available to promise. Okay. So under this one, ATP simply means we look at the MPS, the formula is MPS, master production schedule, minus customer orders, minus what? Customer orders. That's the formula for available to promise. So meaning that here, they found ATP, it was just because this minus 58, we found a 2. Then this one is 100 minus 65 is 35. Then this one is 100 minus 46 is 54. So the answer is D. Okay. Are we together there? Are people?
No, I didn't follow.
We are just saying the formula is here. You can see it. It is
Yes,
is equal to MPS minus customer orders. So meaning 100 minus 46 for you to get X here. The answer is 54. Then here it is 100 minus 30. The answer is 70. That's how they found the 70. All right. Can you understand? Can you see that?
yes.
So it's just subtracting MPS minus what? Customer orders. Then this question 3 is talking about what strategy? Talking about chase, hiring, and firing. Chase strategy is hiring and what? And firing. Okay. So chase, you don't want to maintain workforce, you want to hire and fire workers. Okay. That's under the chase strategy. So the beginning stock was actually 0. So the beginning inventory of month 1 is 100 units. Okay. Beginning was 100 units. All right. So now let me tell you this. As we come to our chase strategy, chase strategy means hire and fire. You don't want to maintain workforce. So meaning that you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what are we saying? Our demand, what we had what for our demand? This was our demand. Demand was 300. Also 300. We had the 400. And what else? Here it means produce as per demand. Produce as per demand. So we have those ones. So 300 here. Then you have also a 300. Then you have also a 400. So we have these ones that we are actually looking at. Beginning. So we have a beginning stock. Our beginning stock would have told us. Then production. Then the number of workers. Hired. Then we have workers fired. So beginning, we can go back and check in the question what we have here. Beginning inventory for the month is 100 units. So beginning is 100. So we produce as per demand, meaning that what we need to produce here is a 200 so that we can meet the demand. So here we're going to produce the 300. Here we're going to produce a 400 because we're producing to match the demand. Here is a 300. Here is a 300. And then here is a 400. Are people getting me? Excuse me, I want people to participate. Chase me.
Why are we beginning, sir, with a 200?
We want to meet the demand of that quarter focally. We have already 100 units. So we need to produce 200 so that we meet the exact demand.
Oh, okay.
For this strategy, we are only producing to meet the exact demand. Nothing more, nothing less. Are we there?
Yes, sir, we're there.
So here, produce as per demand or produce to meet the exact demand. That is for this strategy. All right. So each worker can produce how many units? Check here. How many units can one guy produce? You are an employee at a company. Produce how many units? How many units is this worker producing?
10.
Thank you very much that you have said 10. So meaning number of workers, you divide this one by 10. Divide this one by 10, right? Divide this one by 10 to find how many they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that how many workers are in month one? How many are in month one, if you can? One person is producing 10
There are
units.
20.
You are
There
very
are 20.
correct. You are very correct. Very correct. Here is it. Here how many? 4. Here how many?
40.
Here how
30.
many? You are following in?
Yeah.
Here how many? So here you can see now, we want to find the answer here. Okay, for this question. There are 20 persons on the payroll at the end of month 0. So month 0, before the current month, before we start, how many workers did we have? Month 0, before beginning month, right? How many workers did we have? Hello? How many workers
Yes,
did we
sir.
have? How many
I think
workers?
that's 20.
Before
There
you
are
start,
20.
before you start
There are 20.
you have already 20 workers before you start operating. Now, in month 1, how many workers are we having? 20. So meaning you didn't hire and you didn't lay off. Because it's the same 20 which is here, not so.
Mm-hmm.
So now check from here. From here to here, how many workers are we having? We have had 10. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because the people have increased. So you haven't fired 10. Here, from here to here, we have also hired another 10. You haven't fired. Are you together?
Mm-hmm.
From here to here, we have laid off 10. You haven't hired. We are looking at the variation also.
Yeah.
Here, you haven't hired and you haven't laid off. Then here, you have hired 10. All right. Then you haven't laid off. But what is the question telling us? This table, please take note of it and go through this question. And I want people to understand and participate thoroughly. So the question says what? What is the total cost of this strategy? So let's look at how many workers in a nutshell. How many workers have we had in total? How many workers have we had in total? Give me. How many have we had? 10 plus 10 plus 10. How many are there? That's it. How many have we let off? 10, right? Are we together?
Yes.
Hired workers, how many? 30. Laid off, how many? 10. So let us now see. This is a chess strategy that I want you to understand thoroughly and understand. This is a chess strategy for you looking at the variation of workforce because one person is able to produce 10 units and but are you following? Are people following?
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, we are.
Yes, yes. So meaning one person is able to produce, chess strategy, you are producing as per demand. So you don't overproduce, you're only producing to meet the target. That's all. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So don't produce less or don't produce more, but only produce to meet the demand. That's all. So since here we had already 100 units, so what we needed to produce extra was 200. So, but one person is producing 10 units. So meaning you divide to find how many workers they are there. And then the current workforce here, the current workforce from here, is actually given. Okay, current workforce is what? The current workforce was 20. So I know, I'm happy that people are following and I'm on board. So we can find now the cost of it. How much is hiring cost? Hiring cost is 100, and okay, hiring cost is 100. Okay, the worker, and then I think the other one is layoff. Layoff is how much? Layoff should be 200. No, so can we see there? All right.
Yes.
Take times what? 100, which is it?
3,000, I think.
3,000. Then layoff. So that's how come the answer is 5,000 all in all. So that's how the answer is C. Are we safe, boss? So meaning here, multiply this one by what? Hiring cost is how much? Are we together?
Yes.
So 1,100 is it what? The hiring cost. So multiply this one by 100 then, which is 3,000. Not so.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay? They now mean we are fired this one by 200 then. So the answer is giving us 500. Not so. Are we together? Eh?
10 times 200 can be
It's 2,000.
it's 2,000.
Then the total of this plan got me 2,000. It's 5,000. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yes.
The total of the plan. That's what I'm talking about. Total of the plan. Hello?
Yes, sir, we're getting you.
So what's the total of the plan? I'm talking
The
about
total is 5,000.
5,000, right? Hello? Have you understood?
We're following, sir.
So that's the reason why the total is 5,000. Is it clear with you? Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
So the answer is what?
5,000.
That's the answer. That's why the answer is C. So this is a chess strategy. This topic came as what? Aggregate planning. So we are ending today's class on this one, please. The other questions we are going to go for them later. Are we together?
Yes.
So go through this and especially I've shared this one, go through how this came about, and please take note of anything else that is here. So Mr. Job would want to talk to you, but we are ending here for now. So we have got that. The reason why we have done these ones is because as we look at the quiz or the test coming, we have done question 2, go through this recording, and you have also done this one, go through this recording, and I've also done with you this one, go through this one. It's here already, I've shared with you. So we end here for class, unless there are other questions, please.
Yes, a question. That same question paper, the test, do we have as it in the PDF or what?
I think it will be shared with you as PDF. Let Mr. Jove Collins, I'm with him right now. let me call him. Let him talk to you right now. Because I'm done. But have you followed my classes? Have you followed?
Yes, we followed, yeah, but it's important to have the question paper so that even at our own time as we are going through, we're able to refer to the question itself.